Ho ho ho! Yeah, just don't crash because this isn't the actual race. Hello there, and welcome back to Movies and Coffee with me, Tom. Today we are watching World's Fastest Indian, or The World's Fastest Indian, starring Anthony Hopkins. I know that much. 2006, I think. And I think an Indian is a motorcycle, so he's like the fastest motorcycle person in the world, or something like that. That's vaguely what I know. Why did I choose this one? I follow a lot of reactors, and quite often in the comments I'll see like, you should definitely check out The World's Fastest Indian because it's amazing. I was like, huh, okay. That's basically why, because I've heard nothing but great things about it. Love Anthony Hopkins, legend obviously. I don't know why I've never watched it, to be honest, so this is the perfect excuse. I think it's a feel-good film, I think, from the vibe I get. So I don't really know what to expect apart from Anthony Hopkins, speed, and feeling good. As ever, like, share, subscribe. You can watch the full-length version on Patreon. So yeah, let's check out The World's Fastest Indian. Jesus Christ, that was loud. Okay. So I'm guessing this was shot in New Zealand. So there's the Indian. Oh, is it a car or is it a bike? It's pretty big, so it must be a car.
Hello? Anybody home?
Offerings to the god of speed, and may the odds be ever in your favour. Roger Donaldson. Did he direct Species? It's the only thing I can think of. Diane Ladd, haven't seen her for a long time. She was in Wild at Heart. No, okay, it's a motorbike. That sound looks pretty bumpy to me. That was cool. I love when characters just look into the camera. So I get the sense he's been like a speed freak his whole life. It's his obsession. Yeah, come on, dude. Don't do that.
What do you think you're doing?
Sorry, George. You know what they say, the early bird catches the worm.
Pretty inconsiderate, to be honest. Judging by the cars, this is like 50s, 60s.
The perfect recipe. Chevy pistons must have a touch of titanium or something in them. They come up real good. Make yourself useful, make some tea.
Can we have a biscuit too?
What?
Why does it feel like something terrible is about to happen?
What are you doing for Christmas, Burt?
No time for Christmas, lad. Got a lot of work to do. I only managed 27 test runs this year. That's why I got to get her up to Bonneville, find out how far she will go. Now, this bloke, he once asked me, he said, how do you heat treat your pistons, Bert? And I said, I don't, mate. I just bung them in cold water.
So you're poisoning a child, basically.
You made all those?
Your mother have a carving knife I could borrow?
Have you not got your own knives?
I have to get as much rubber off as possible.
Well, I better be off home. Mum gets a bit cross if I stay over here too long.
Mum gets a bit cross.
Are you finished with the knife?
And not
You're
yet,
finished? Sorry.
Burt Monroe,
Yeah?
I believe you have my carving knife.
Busted.
Give us the lot, will you? The usual. Would you feel inclined to accompany an impeccable young gentleman to a local do tomorrow night? Would you?
You're on.
Well, it's just living his best life, isn't it? Oh, Jesus Christ.
That's disgusting!
I agree.
Happy birthday, Burt. We're raising money to send Burt to the USA.
Wow, so he's a pretty popular character then. Everything's too happy. I'm always wary in films when things are too good because you know something terrible is going to happen. Oh no, youths.
You Burt Monroe?
Are you looking for old Bert? Have you seen Bert anyway? Anyone seen Bert? Oh no, that's the one. Why don't you chumps put your money where your mouth is?
You're on.
What? They just randomly challenge him to a race.
They're here.
It's nice of them to show up, isn't it?
Is that a thing for bikers? They just randomly like challenge each other?
100 says the Indian comes last.
Oh, that's not good.
Come on, Burt.
Push!
I think it's too early in the film for him to have like a success. I think he's gonna have a series of failures and then get good. Oh Jesus. I was wrong, he kicked their ass. Careful, careful now. Eee. Yeah, I kind of knew he'd lose because, like I said, in these kinds of films you have like challenge upon challenge upon challenge, and then he'll finally, like, right at the last second, he'll like pull it off.
Well, at least I gave them a good run for their money.
Bert, what's it going to cost to get over to America?
I know, about 2,000, I'm told.
And how much money have you got now?
Nothing.
$700 is a lot of money to find, and I would like to see how fast you'll really go before I kick the old bucket.
Pies.
Bert,
Yeah?
why don't you take out a mortgage on your house?
Okay. He's like, do you want some lemonade? I'm like, no, I do not.
Got to get out of here before the neighbours spot me.
You are my sunshine, my only thing. Oh, crikey.
Has he been slowly poisoning himself?
Bert, what's wrong with you?
I'll be all right. Tommy, don't worry about me.
He'll be fine. There's another like 90 minutes of the film left.
Mr. Monroe,
Hello.
you've had an attack of angina.
Oh, dear.
Look, if you have another attack, pop one of these under your tongue.
Yeah, what do you call these things?
Trinitrate pills, better known as nitroglycerine.
Is he going to use the pills to like make his bike go faster or something?
Springfield. That's where the Indians come from.
Indians?
It's the world's greatest motorcycle.
Oh.
Motorsickle.
I buy a car in Los Angeles and drive up to Utah to the Bonneville Salt Flats. Ever since I was a lad, I've been interested in things that go fast. Bonneville, things go real fast. It's,
He's going to say no.
Something like the deed of title to your property?
Makes sense. I'm surprised he didn't think of that to begin with.
Hey, not so fast. I'm the record breaker.
Aren't you scared you'll kill yourself if you crash?
You live more in 5 minutes on a bike like this, going flat out, than some people live in a lifetime.
Kind of reminds me of Meet Joe Black. He's playing a character who's kind of like at the end of his life, kind of reflecting on his legacy.
Don't forget to mow your lawns. My dad goes on and on about it. He says it lowers the property values of the neighborhood.
Is that true? That's one way to do it. Why have I never thought of that?
What are you doing?
What the f does it look like?
That's it, Jeff. Yeah, you got it.
I predict his health is going to get worse and worse during the film, and then some doctor's going to say, right, you can't do the race or you'll die, and he'll be like, I don't care.
Do you think you'll break the record?
Well, I hope so.
Dad doesn't think you can do it. He says everyone thinks that. Except me.
Well, don't punch him in the face.
So keep an eye on the place for me, won't you, Tom? You can pee on my lemon tree for me if you like, while I'm away.
He's like, no, I'm good. I'm good.
If you don't go when you want to go, when you do go, you'll find you've gone. I'll see you.
See you, Bert.
Bye, Bert.
It's kind of nice how everyone's supporting him, though.
Yeah, young Tom tells me no one thinks I can do it. Do you think I can do it, friend?
Oh, I don't know, Bert.
So, no, then.
Some beer money.
What?
Some beer money.
Oh, that's nice.
Good on you, mate. Thanks a lot.
Oh.
Lucky.
You got your pills and everything, right?
Yeah.
You got your dynamite pills. Yep.
Where's the captain?
That's me.
Supposed to do a job to work my passage.
Yeah, well, I hope you can cook.
Cook?
Smoke.
No, not for me, mate.
Oh, you don't smoke, Bert?
The only thing you accomplish by smoking is destroying your lungs.
Go well, Bert.
Yeah. Thanks, mate.
Well, everyone loves Burt.
Now, what exactly do you intend to do here in the United States?
I'll set a land speed record on my motorcycle.
Motorsickle.
Well, I guess you're legitimate, Mr. Monroe. Sounds like we should be very honored to have you here in America.
Ah, I thought they were going to say no. Or charge a huge fine or something.
Good luck, sir.
Thank you.
Everyone's so nice in this film. I like it. Usually everyone's horrible.
Where in Hollywood?
A motel on Sunset Boulevard.
Flamingo Sunset.
$29.
No, I don't want to buy the cab, mate. I just want to pay the fare, that's all.
Would you like to buy a flower as a gift to someone special?
Why?
Don't worry, the money goes to a good cause.
No, say no, say no. Give her the flower back. No, thank you. Don't show your money either.
Thanks. You have a good day.
Hey, come back!
Welcome to America.
Well, I need a room.
Room will cost you $5 an hour.
Well, I'm planning on staying a bit longer than that.
Double occupancy?
What?
Did he drop him off at like a sex hotel or something?
What's your name?
Tina Washington.
Well, Tina Washington, I want you to have this. Might cheer you up a bit. I'll tell you, I've had a heck of a night.
Welcome to Hollyweird.
Okay, who came up with this idea of vibrating beds? Oh wait, I just heard myself say that. Never mind.
Tina?
Good morning, Burt.
You found this number for me.
Hello, I'm calling for Mr. Burt Monroe. Yes, he'd like to know when the box containing his motorcycle will be available for pickup.
Motorsickle.
Okay, thank you. I'll tell him. Bye-bye. Let me buy you breakfast.
Breakfast.
I think the Double Delight. So, my girl, where's the best place for me to get a used car?
The Valley.
Oh, yeah?
And I'm not a girl. I'm a boy.
I kind of guessed that.
You're still a sweetheart.
Oh, I say nice. Especially for the, 50s or 60s. People were pretty small-minded back then. Well, still are, really.
I'm gonna give it to you for $250, and you can use the workshop, but only at night. You make a left here, Mr. Burt.
All right. You're on the road.
It's on the other side.
Hey, keep your shirt on.
It's like, what?
Stupid old bastard. Dios mío, it's 3 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah, I'll lock up the place.
Buenos dias, Mr. Burt.
Buenos dias.
So did you get it all finished?
Yeah.
Why don't we make cars that look like that anymore?
Thank you now, Fernando.
Just stick around here a while. I'll pay you well.
Sorry, mate, I gotta get to Bonneville by the 23rd.
Best of luck to you.
Ta-da! Oh, I need you to show me on a map how to get to Long Beach, so I've got to pick up my bike today. Yeah. Hop in, my fair lady.
Thank you.
Can I help you, sir?
Yeah, my name's Burt Monroe, and I've come to pick up my motorcycle.
Mr. Monroe's here for that damage.
Uh-oh. Is it not legal in the States or something?
Problem?
Your consignment has suffered some damage.
Ooh.
Oh, no.
At least it's not entirely smushed.
No damage at all.
Lucky it was packed so well.
Yeah, it's a blooming miracle.
Nice. Okay.
Thanks a million, Tina. I don't know what I'd have done without you today.
You stay in touch, won't you?
I will. Ta-ra, love.
Oh, it's so nice. It's making me emotional. I don't know why.
Is this a rocket ship?
I hope so.
No, it's a motorcycle. That's not good. Uh-oh. Some good Samaritan are going to come along and help.
Mate, got a problem? Yeah, my glad to see you. Burt Monroe.
Jake.
Jake? Yeah. You Indian?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, this here could be the world's fastest Indian. Jake, I'm dying for pee. Where do I go?
There's a lemon tree right over.
I have similar problems. One will remedy is ground up dog balls.
Oh, good.
Bert, I have something for you. Good luck.
I have you.
This kind of reminds me of like classic, like, is it Homer's Odyssey, where like it's like a journey where he meets various people along the way, something like that, some like fable or Greek thing.
For the prostate, tastes bad, really bad.
Dog's balls, huh?
So yeah, thanks. Wouldn't it have made more sense to rent a like truck that you could just put it in the back of? Also, wouldn't that wood like catch fire eventually from all the friction?
I spotted bother with my trailer. Lost the wheel. That's Burt Monroe.
Bert? Ada. Lucky for you, I got some welding gear. We'll get a new wheel on there pronto.
Why you bring me out here?
I want to show you my dead husband.
Where are you going to sleep tonight?
I'm sorry, why did she bring him to the graveyard again? And also, where do I know her from?
See ya.
We got Coors, we got Schlitz or Miller or Coke.
What's a Schlitz? Does it taste like Schlitz? Oh, that was Diane Ladd. Okay, that's why I recognised her.
You all right?
Does he look alright? I think she said 1 pill under your tongue. That looked like about 5. I've never understood this, like, you can't sleep here kind of thing. I'd say like one night I'd be like, okay, if they're still there the next night, then I might say, okay, you need to move on. But this whole like you can't sleep in the park, and I never understood that.
Now, what's the problem?
You're a danger to passing traffic.
No, he's not. And what traffic?
I was wondering if I could catch a ride. My car, she just broke down.
Up in, mate.
Hey, thank you.
So what, you're just going to leave your car there?
I'm home on leave from Nam.
Where?
Vietnam?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So that'd be what, late 60s, early 70s?
Agent Orange, we call this stuff. It comes in these big orange drums. But we should have this war done in about 6 months or so.
Wasn't that like really poisonous to people?
This is it, Burt.
I'm here. I've made it. You know, all my life I wanted to do something big. Something bigger and better than all the other jokers. I'm telling you, Rusty, this place is holy ground, mate.
Is this before like supersonic flight then? It's probably not instantaneous either. Or is it just the power of suggestion? The guy said it would work, so he thinks it does.
Hey there. God, is that yours?
Yep.
So do they go one at a time or like all at the same time? I'm guessing one at a time.
Are yours?
Because that'd be safer. Whee!
Let's go.
His is so little.
You gotta remove the shell before we do the tech inspection.
Where do I check in?
Is that Bruce
Well,
something?
I've come to check in.
Have you registered? If you haven't registered, I'm sorry. You just can't run.
What? Just put him on the list.
Entry's closed July 31st.
But crikey, I live in Invercargill. It's halfway around the bloody earth, you know.
This tire's got to be 25 years old. What happened to the tread?
Well, I cut it off. That's what happened to the tread. I cut it off with a carving knife. Otherwise, it wouldn't be a high-speed tire, would it?
Your machine is not safe.
I've been doing this for 43 years, and I'm still here to tell the tale.
Yeah, health and safety is going to ruin it every time.
Looks as though you could use a good shower, and everybody's staying there, and I bet that there's a spare bed there, too.
It's not a time problem, it's a bike problem.
Well, I think we ought to let him run. He came all the way from New Zealand to do this.
Oh, he's so nice. He's only just met him, and he's going to bat for him. I think all these people are going at high speed, so it's going to be dangerous no matter how safe you are. I think if someone wants to risk their life doing this, then, you know, it's up to them.
Well, can I run?
I'm sorry, Burt.
After all, it's my ruddy life, isn't it?
Exactly.
Okay, Burt. I'll try. I'll see you tomorrow.
I think they won't let him run, but he'll just, like, go anyway or something.
Well, Burt Monroe's not ready to finish yet, I'll tell you that, mate.
I'll give it a shot, but I'm not promising anything.
I wonder if this is based on a true story.
What's he doing here?
Here's your goggles. Come on, Burt, we gotta go.
Yeah, right.
And that guy's, is it Walton Goggins or something? Wasn't he the bad guy in the last Tomb Raider film? It's like, see you later, suckers. No.
We say, why don't we bend the rules this once, huh?
First thing tomorrow morning, all right? Bright and early. We're getting you guys. All right?
He's like, yes. So far, so good.
90.
These old cars are going 90 miles an hour. Ho ho ho! Yeah, just don't crash, because this isn't the actual race.
You sure left us in the dust. I couldn't even get it out of second gear, Earl.
Well, I guess we'll see if you're telling us the truth, Monroe.
You telling me I can officially run my bike in the track and have it timed?
That's what I'm saying, Burt.
I got a problem, a big problem. You know, as soon as I get over 110, it starts to wobble like heck.
What do you do with a lead brick?
Place it in the front of the motorcycle. And I was thinking of crossing over the state line to Nevada, where there's no speed limit.
Uh-oh.
Well, fellas, the lead brick has got to go.
What about that speed wobble?
Well, I'll cross that bridge when I get there.
I've got a little surprise for you.
Huh?
Close your eyes and give me your hand.
That's what she said. What's happening?
What's happening? We thought a few extra dollars would be more appreciated, so we passed the hat around.
Again, everyone's so nice in this film. Good old Burt.
Thank you all very much.
Well, you're not supposed to take two of them anyway.
One for me, one for the old girl. Make it go faster. Have some of this.
I was right. I knew he was going to do that. I feel like if you only had one shot at this, he's just going to like open the throttle no matter what happens.
Well, what about your leg in the heat?
It's good. I got a spare one.
Keep it straight, buddy!
Mile 5, 183.694 miles per hour.
Uh-oh. I wonder how they measure the speed as well. Ew. I was going to say, stick your head up. Oh, I lost his goggles.
Mile 8, 201.855 miles per hour. A new record.
Oh, no. He's okay, he's okay.
I did it.
Tom, can you get that? My hands are weak.
Mom, it's Burt calling collect.
It is?
It's me, Burt. I did it, Tom.
Thought he was a goner for a minute there.
Oh, Frank, how are you?
So what have you got planned now?
Well, right now I've got a lot of work to do. Hello, Tom.
Hey, Burt. I looked after your lemon tree just like you told me. How fast did you go?
One of my runs I did over 200 miles an hour. Nice to be home, back in my shed.
9 times. Wow. Yeah, so it was a true story. Okay, so that was the world's fastest Indian. Yeah, I loved it. It was really... we don't really see a lot of like decent feel-good films these days, it feels like. Or maybe I'm just not watching them. Watching too many horror films. But I think the charm of Anthony Hopkins' character went a long way. Like I said, it kind of had that archetypal, is it Homer's Odyssey or the Iliad or something like that, where like the hero goes on the journey and meets several people along the way who kind of like help him or inspire him. So it kind of had that archetypal feel. And I loved how everyone was like, well, most people were like super helpful. Maybe because it was set in the 60s. I'm not sure today people would be as helpful, just because we live in very divided times where people are pitted against each other. And I feel back in those days people were more eager to help a stranger. Yeah, I really loved the character of Burt. He was just so like down to earth and chipper, and everyone, he's a bit of a cheeky chap. Everyone in the town liked him, even like his neighbour who was like really annoyed by the revving at 6 a.m. or whatever. Even he was like kind of still behind him. And obviously the young woman he met in the, was it the Flamingo Hotel or Motel, and he was like super nice to her, even though, like I said, back in those days being that way wasn't as acceptable as perhaps it would be today. So he was, and as soon as he found out, he was totally cool with it, and that kind of says a lot about his character, because like the waitress kind of like gave him a look like, does he know? And there wasn't really a protagonist per se. There wasn't like a villain of the piece. It was more like natural things went wrong, like the wheel fell off his wagon. He didn't really have a lot of money. He got ripped off by that taxi driver. Like, kind of everyday things. There wasn't like some guy overly plotting to his downfall. Like even at the race, like all the other drivers and stuff were really rooting for Burt and helped him a lot. And that was really nice. They weren't like super competitive, which would be kind of like the obvious easy route, if you think like any racing film, everyone's kind of against each other. So that was kind of nice and refreshing that everyone was really rooting for him. Like I said, if this happened today and he showed up without the right form or something, they would just tell you to take a hike. They were like, I feel like these days no one has like any common sense or doing the right thing versus doing what it tells you to do on a piece of paper. Like people don't like, even if it's obvious, like to do the right thing and just say yeah you can go there. People would be like, oh well, it says on this form here you're not allowed to go there, therefore you can't. It's like, just a bit of common sense and kindness goes a long way, I think. And it kind of set up like he had a health condition. He had a he had angina, he had problems with his heart, and you're kind of thinking, oh, is he going to make it, kind of thing. And the film kind of really leaned into that. You think, well, maybe he's, you know, he crashes and you think, oh, is he dead? And they kind of fake you out, and then you realise he's alive, and it's kind of like, oh, okay. Yeah, so I think it was a true story. I'm going to have to read up about it after this, but it definitely felt like a true story anyway. I'm sure some things have been embellished for, you know, Hollywood purposes or whatever, but it had a lot of charm, this film, and it was, you know, like I said, it's really good, feel-good film, rooting for the underdog kind of film. I really enjoyed it. Obviously loved Anthony Hopkins. You know, I think the first thing I probably saw Anthony Hopkins in was The Elephant Man, I think. And then obviously Silence of the Lambs onwards, he's been a huge star. So yeah, really enjoyed it. So if you have any more suggestions for other films for me to watch, I'd love to hear them. And I'll see you next time.